Hi guys, GJ here. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Welcome to the end of the week roundup, and there just seems to be some really good opportunities that could develop into something as we count down to the close of the market for the week. But first, let's get this housekeeping out of the way. This video is only for educational purposes. It expresses my own personal opinions, and it is not giving financial advice. It doesn't give financial advice. By watching this video, you agree not to hold the distributors of this video responsible for any of the ideas and opinions expressed. Trading in the currency market is high risk, and because of the high leverage that is used in trading, you can stand to lose some or all of your money. If you have any doubt about trading in the currency market or feel you need investment advice, then you need to go to a qualified and registered financial advisor before any investment is made. With that said, let's dive into the charts. Now, I really like what I see happening with the Kiwi dollar. So let's just take a look at some of the bigger time frames here, and I want to just come and do a little bit of explanatory kind of deal to give you some background. The Kiwi dollar currently has been in a very strong downtrend, and then we had this turn back in the end of March, and we've seen it come on up. It hit the highs up here in June, and that was around 62,890. So that's the big picture. Now, let's have a look at what we see in the weekly. We can see that it's made this first push up on the weekly, and now we've had the retest, and it's looking like it may be getting ready to make another push up. Now, this on the weekly chart is the first higher low. So we've had the first push up, 1, 2, we've come back and retested down in here. We've got good candle formation going on at the moment. The targets for me are, I've got my first target take profit in here. I've got my second take profit here. If this is truly a reversal, then we will see this high taken out. It may take a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But there's the bigger picture. And as we talked about a few weeks ago, if it came back and pulled down into here, this was going to be a key level around 58, 5,900. And if it turned, then we could see another push up. Now let's go down to the daily chart. Alrighty, this is the daily chart here. And what we see is it breaking this key level of 60 today. And I've got in, because I had pending orders in up here, we talked about it, if it broke up above this level, it was worth, here's the level again on the daily chart that we talked about just a minute ago on the weekly, that this could do a retest of up to 62. Now you've also heard me talk about weakness in the Kiwi dollar, and in the short term, I think that we are going to could see some sort of push up here to retest these highs of 62, because these areas were key prices for the Kiwi. So in the short term, taking another move up is not a silly idea, and we'll see what happens in the midterm. Now remember that our analysis is only our opinions until the market proves that we are right. Now I want to come and just have a look at the dollar index if I can find it. Take a look at what the dollar's doing. it's dropping down below these key levels. We go back to the weekly chart to take a look at this and get an idea of what's happening. Okay, we've had this massive move down. We've had a lot of indecision. Now it's making a move lower. So that's why you're seeing some movement up on the New Zealand US dollar cross and also the Aussie cross. So let's come back to the New Zealand dollar. You can see how it's moving up. It's broken up above 67 here. That's the weekly. And when you take a look at this chart, you can see that there's open territory here. So to me, if this is not a fakie, then I will be targeting this area up here. Just around about price point, just in here is going to be the key area, 68. So that's the target. Let's have a quick look. New Zealand Swissy. New Zealand Swissy has come off these historical lows. We've had the first push up, we've had the retest, and it looks like we might be getting a second run at this. So again, it's very much like the New Zealand USD. Here's the first higher low. So there's the first high, there's the higher low. This is the target, 63. If it takes this out, then you Elliott wave components will be licking your lips, because this could be the beginning of wave 3. Okay, and if you have a look at your trend lines, here's your trend line coming in down here roughly, and like I've said before, trend lines are subjective, but keep an eye on this. You go and do your research, you go and check out the way you trade and your strategy, but this is looking really good. And when you come down to the daily, which is what I base everything I do around, the daily time frame, daily candle change, we're breaking this key area. See here, it's been a shelf of support, and we've broken through 60, and right down in here. Here's 61. We actually broke through 61 on my trading platform, and that's why I'm in. I haven't done it on this chart, but it has on my trading platform, and that's why I'm in. Right, let's go and have a look at the Aussie. We're seeing some action on the Aussie as well. Here's the key level. I'm already in. This is where I had pending orders sitting up in here. Now it's just a matter of popping. Let's get in here. 74. We're breaking that, and I'm going to be looking to add at 74. Here was the key level here at 72,500. You can see it. It's real easy. We've been in a uptrend since April this year. So there's another trade idea for you. Go check it out. Now the Aussie Swiss. I'm in this as well. And we've just had a lot of sideways movement. You've heard me talk about this. If we go back to this chart here and go to the Aussie Swiss, we talked about this here. I've been banging on about it for weeks. Okay, it's broken. This is where traders get beaten up. Remember, we talked about that. We had this little move out here, 1, 2. Both of these turned out to be fakies. This could turn out to be a fakie too, and that's why it's important that the risk reward in getting in was real cheap, really cheap. So this is my first position, is where I'm going to take this off. So go and do your homework, go and do your study, look at your indicators that you use and check it out. Right, let's have a look at gold before we close up, and silver. So here's gold. Gold's been making a nice move up today. So what we did, we had an argument back in the beginning of August. We had a move down off these highs. We made heaps of money here, and it came down, and we talked about how technically you could argue that this was a pullback and an argument to go south and lower. Now the key level that we talked about was 1900, and providing this held, then you could make an argument for just a retest, some sort of pullback. Now you Fibonacci experts, you know, this might have been a 618 or a 50, don't really care. But here's what I see. For the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, so nearly 2 weeks, but 7 trading days, we've not been able to get any momentum down below here. And so I have taken some trades, and all I did was go back down. This was the top here that I was interested, this 1950. I was in before that. All I did was go down to the hourly chart, and I started from 1940, and that's where my first position was in there. Now I'm got plenty of money locked in on that. And I was looking for it to take this high out, which it did, so I added again, which was a break of 1950, and I've added again with the break of 1960. So I had a pending order just up in here, and I'm back in and added to it. All of these entries here are safe and sound and are locked in up in here. Now, if I get stopped out there, no harm, no foul. The money's in the bank. But I'm looking for this to break 1970 before the close of the market. It's already poked its head up, but I think that we're opening up for a move back up. How high? We'll let the market do its work and continue to tell us what it's doing. So there you have it. I just think there's some wonderful opportunities. I wanted to take a look at silver too, because I've been in the trade, been holding it for quite a while, but I've also added, taken a market order and added so here was my first entry here, break of this level. I've just taken another one. I've taken a market order because it broke 27, which is just around about there. There's 27,500, there's 2760, 2790. It's just about to break 28, and I will be adding again. So I've added once down in here, and I'm going to be looking again to add with the break of 28. Break of this key level here. So I'll leave you with those. Just before I do, I've just remembered something else. USD JPY. It's breaking close to 105. I'm about to take a market order and get in. I think this is going lower. We've got a double top here. This was a key level. It hasn't been able to break it, and it's tried, failed. It's settled in here, and before the market closes, in fact, once I finish this video, I'll be getting in here again. So cheers. Have a great weekend, everyone. protect your capital, make sure you've got sound financial management when you're trading, take your profits when they're there, don't get greedy. Have a great weekend and stay safe. Cheers. We'll catch you later.